Okay, for topic 5, we're going to be dealing with multiplying a polynomial by a monomial. If you may not be familiar with those phrases, so let's talk about that for a minute. A polynomial is really just any thing with two or more terms. So this guy here, we have a squared plus 2a minus 2. There's 3 different terms there. So that's just a word we use for a multiple term expression. A monomial, like the word mono, means 1. So that'd be like the 3 here, or the 3x there. When you multiply a monomial and a polynomial, you're using the distributive property. And there's a little disclaimer here. Remember to add the exponents when appropriate. So remember the rule there, when we multiply like exponents, we add the powers. So we'll keep that in mind as we do these. Okay, the first one, it's 3 times the polynomial a squared plus 2a minus 2. So we're going to distribute the 3 here, here, and here. Okay, that's going to give us 3 times a squared, or 3a squared. Now there's a plus here, so plus 3 times 2a, well that's 6a. And now there's a minus here, so it's a minus 3 times 2, which is 6. And that's it. Okay, the next example has a monomial, or one-term thing, with a variable. So we've got to be careful now. When we distribute all of these things, we have to use the exponent rules if they apply. So 3x times 2x squared. Alright, so that's 3x times 2x squared. Well, that's going to be 6x to the third, because that's like x to the 1. Alright, now I have a minus. That's 3x times 4x. Okay, so that's a minus 3x times 4x. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. X times x is x squared. Okay, and then we have a plus 3x times 3. Well, 3x times 3 is just going to be 9 times that leftover x. And that's our final answer for this one. Okay. Last one on the bottom. Notice we're multiplying by something a little more messy, so we've got to be careful there. There's a negative 4. So when we're distributing everything, we do it piece by piece, just like we've learned. Negative 4x squared times 5x squared would be, let's write it out up here first. Okay, so I'm going to do negative 4 times 5, that's negative 20. The numbers are done. Now I'm going to do x squared times x squared, that's x to the 4th power. Okay, the first piece of this is done. Now I'm going to distribute to the minus 2x, so I know it's a minus coming up. So it's, I've got to be careful here, we're going to put a minus, and then it's a negative 4x squared times negative 2x. Alright, so we've got to be real careful here. We're subtracting a negative 4 times a negative 2, that's a positive 8, and an x squared times an x to the 1, which is x cubed. Okay, and we're almost done. We have a plus here, and we're multiplying negative 4x squared with the plus 1. Alright, well that's easy enough. That's just going to keep it negative 4x squared. So we put the plus sign on the bottom here, and it's a negative 4x squared. And that would be my answer. Okay, taking a look at the next slide, you guys have some U-try problems. Keep in mind, you're going to want to use a distributive property. Okay, in that you're going to add the exponents when appropriate. Negative times a negative, positive, and all of that. This problem here, you notice how you have to do your distributive property and then add 3x. So you're also going to be asked to combine like terms. X's go with x's, if possible. So go ahead and take some time to work on these, and if you get done this and feel that you're ready to try the practice problems, you can also work on those on the next page.